Hi, I'm John O'Rourke, retired New Jersey State Trooper, security consultant, and true crime author. I want to speak about the Karen Read verdict today. Now, this verdict wasn't just about reasonable doubt, but after years of investigation, national headlines, and 2 trials, she walked out of the courtroom not guilty on all major charges. Why? Because the jury didn't just criticize Karen Read, they scrutinized the investigation itself. And this really strikes personal for me. Lead investigator, State Trooper Michael Proctor, showed a clear bias. His vulgar text messages mocking Karen Read, his deleted text messages, and his lack of documentation show a clear rush to judgment and subjective police investigation at best. His credibility was damaged, and so was the state's case. Juries notice when an investigation looks personal. Prosecution claimed Read hit O'Keefe at 5 a.m., but a snowplow driver saw no body at 6 a.m. Taillight fragments were mishandled and didn't conclusively prove a vehicle strike. Multiple experts disputed whether the injuries matched being hit by a car. Defense experts claim that Read was beaten and was bitten by a dog. Yet, police failed to swab the dogs in the residence. That's a major investigative lapse. Ignoring alternative theories in a death investigation is unacceptable. Defense also raised the assumption of the thin blue line of protection. The incident happened at a fellow police officer's residence, and this gave way, or gave doubt, to the fact that maybe there was a cover-up, especially with the lack of credibility by the lead investigator, State Trooper Michael Proctor. The defense painted a picture of insider protection, evidence shaping, and selective enforcement. The jury saw enough to believe something was being covered up. The jury didn't need to know exactly how O'Keefe died. The jury didn't need to decide how John O'Keefe died. What they did need was, did the state prove that she was guilty of this crime? With all the contradictions and misconduct by those involved, the police officers and state trooper, the answer for the jury was clearly no, they did not prove their case. This verdict was more than just a decision in a courtroom. It was a message, a powerful reminder that investigations must be fair, unbiased, and thorough. No shortcuts, no assumptions, no bending the facts to fit a theory. When law enforcement begins acting like prosecutors, when their job shifts from seeking the truth to securing a conviction, we all lose. That's when justice becomes distorted. That's when innocent people get caught in the crosshairs of power and politics. In the Karen Read case, the system didn't just falter, it failed. There was mishandling of evidence, erasing or deleting text messages, contradictions in testimony, and a rush to judgment that seemed more personal than professional. It seemed that the narrative was written before the evidence was collected. But the jury didn't just fall for it. They saw through the smoke. They listened, they questioned, and they upheld their duty. While others in the system may have lost sight of the truth, the jury stayed focused. And in doing so, they reminded all of us that the final say doesn't belong to the headlines or the press. It belongs to 12 citizens who demand evidence, not just theory. This case should have never made it this far. It should have been investigated honestly from day one, and maybe then justice would look much different. But in the end, the jury got it right. The message is clear. When the system forgets its responsibilities, the people remind it. Justice only works when everyone plays by the rules, especially those sworn to uphold them.